Hello. I'm actually here for lunch.
Southern California, you in uptown New Orleans, Pascal Manale. I am uptown T, the one and only one beneath the sun, often imitated but never can be duplicated. When I say 3D, step back, relax, because you gonna see me. Uptown T, Southern California, and I say cha cha cha, baby. Cut.
Now you have a great oyster bar here, and obviously a great mother shucker here.
And you already know.
I know. I've been here many times. My friend was disgusted by the oysters, but I love oysters, and my wife loves oysters. On a busy street in the Garden District, made it to Pascal's Manale. Pascal's Manale is a restaurant everybody in New Orleans knows. They invented barbecue shrimp, and their barbecue shrimp is nothing like any place else you can get it. The barbecue shrimp we had at Emerald's, the one we had at Ye Olde College Inn, those have a lot more Worcestershire flavor to it. This one has a lot more butter. It's spices and butter and Worcestershire and shrimp. And the real reason for barbecue shrimp, I think I've said this before, is not really the shrimp, but the sauce. You dip bread in the sauce, and if the bread's good and the sauce is good, you never go wrong. I come to Pascal's every time I'm in town. I really like it, and I'm not going to miss it this time either. This is one of the main dining rooms of the restaurant. In the evenings when you have dinner, it's full. It's very hard to get a reservation. In fact, that's the reason I'm coming for lunch, was I was unable to get a dinner reservation. Now, the one thing is, for dinner, you can get their regular barbecue shrimp. Here at lunch, they have a barbecue shrimp po' boy, and they have barbecue shrimp over grits. And so I'm probably going to get the shrimp and grits. And I'll get their bread pudding if it's available, because they have the best in town. The waiter just came by and told me that everything they have on the menu for the evening is available for lunch. The lunch menu that I saw online is just a special lunch menu, but I can still order off the regular menu. So I am going to order the regular shrimp and just barbecue shrimp, probably lots of bread with it. And I'll have the bread pudding for dessert, because the last time we were here, my mom and I did a bread pudding tour of New Orleans, and we decided that Pascal's Manale had the best bread pudding in town. The bread here in a bag. You open it up, the crust is really flaky and falls apart, and the inside is very soft. Typical New Orleans style French bread, soft and crispy on the outside. Pascal's Manale was opened in 1913, so it's now 107 years old. It's a very classic New Orleans restaurant. Everybody knows about the barbecue shrimp here. Almost everybody who comes does come for the barbecue shrimp, in addition to whatever else they're going to get. It's one of those restaurants that has an Italian flair to it. There's a lot of Italian food on the menu. Supposedly it's good. I personally wouldn't know, because I could never come and not order the barbecue shrimp. The waiter came out and put a bib on me. That's probably appropriate, because otherwise I'm going to get butter all over my clothes. The sauce is just melted butter, spices, Worcestershire, who knows what else, a lot of pepper. And as you can see, they're whole shrimp, head on, tail on. You've got to peel them yourself. It comes in this wonderful little pepper sauce. It's great for dipping the bread in. And it's going to get very messy here in a minute. Start out with the best part. Get some bread. Dip it in the sauce. Soak up all that sauce. You feel that pepper at the back of your throat. The sauce itself is very rich. You can taste the garlic in it. You can definitely taste the butter in it. Just amazing. Now, as far as how to do this, how to eat it, it's got the shells on. Most of them have the head and the tails on. It's almost impossible to be delicate doing it. You're going to get messy. Your hands are going to be full of the sauce. Your bib is going to be covered in the sauce. Just anticipate there's no way you're going to be doing this in a neat, clean way. I'm actually very proud of what I was just able to do there. So I am going to try this piece now. The shrimp was very good. It says it's not shrimp season, and therefore they must be frozen. I checked with the waiter. He said they are not frozen. My Uber driver on the way over said every season is shrimp season in New Orleans. Actually, I checked, and they have a summer shrimp season and a spring shrimp season. Or a fall shrimp season. The summer fall shrimp season starts around the beginning of August and ends somewhere around the middle of December to the middle of January. Sometimes it's longer. This year it was longer. It just ended in January. It's now February. The spring shrimp season starts around March and ends around June. So the only time you're really not going to be in shrimp season is February and May. Other than that, it is shrimp season in New Orleans. And I will tell you, these shrimp, I could taste that they were frozen. They're not. They're fresh. I'm hardly a shrimp expert. That's the only way I know to get that shrimp out of the shell. You swirl it in the butter, then you eat it. You have plenty of napkins, and you need them because the sauce gets all over your hands when you're peeling the shrimp. You wind up messy, but it's a worthwhile experience. Here in New Orleans, you eat shrimp the same way you eat crawfish. You pinch the tail and suck the head. Basically, all the spices and the seasonings from the sauce get into the head. So when you suck it out, you're not really sucking out the head. You're sucking out the juices that made its way into the shrimp head. And that's where you get a lot of the flavor of the sauce. Of course, I'm going to go through a good loaf of bread, dipping it in the sauce, but it is worth it. Oh, it's really good.
Really
Yeah,
good.
I've been here before a few times.
Oh, you have?
I love their barbecue shrimp, and they have the best bread pudding in
Oh,
town.
they do. So what do you like, the Galaxy Gourmet or something? Or?
No. We're starting up a YouTube channel, my wife and I, and she's doing the production. I'm doing the video,
Okay.
and so I've got a week in New Orleans. So I decided let's go ahead and try it. So I'm trying it.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. It tends to have a little bit of a nutmeg flavor. Still the best pudding I've had in New Orleans this trip.